Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors. Despite accumulating immense wealth, Buffett has lived in the same modest house he purchased in the 1950s and drives a relatively ordinary car. His financial decisions are a testament to the psychology of money, emphasizing the importance of frugality, long-term thinking, and emotional discipline. This real-life case study highlights how our attitudes and behaviors toward money play a pivotal role in our financial success, regardless of the size of our income or assets. The psychology of money is a captivating exploration of the intricate relationship between our emotions, behaviors, and financial decisions. Written by Morgan Housel, this book delves into the human psychology behind money management, offering valuable insights into why people make the financial choices they do. You may find this question very easy, but we must ask it: who is the wealthy person? If you imagine a businessman spending millions on his private palace and owning a large number of expensive cars, we would say that this is wealth in itself. But in reality, this is a superficial idea of wealth. Imagine that if you had a Lamborghini, people would admire and respect you, but in truth, they admire the car and want to own one like it. So, we have linked wealth to spending, and the more you spend, the richer you appear. But this is not true. So, what is true wealth? True wealth is what you don't see, like stocks, investments, assets, and savings. The larger they grow, the greater your actual financial power becomes, like someone who owns assets such as real estate or shares in a successful company. However, having a source of income is not enough to be financially successful. Why? Because you must save from your income, whether it's large or small, because if you don't, you will spend it all. Besides, economic conditions are not always at their best. The only solution to start a sound financial path is saving and controlling your desires. Not everything you want to buy should be bought. And believe me, if you think about buying what you want and then saving the rest, nothing will be left. You must save from your income before deciding what to spend it on. You might wonder why save when you have no specific reason to. Saving shouldn't have a specific purpose. The feeling of financial security that there's a reserve amount is enough. It provides you with flexibility in case of any problems or crises you may face. You might see someone spending their money on trivial and useless things and consider them crazy. How are they not interested? The truth here is that no one is crazy. Our behaviors are influenced by the environment we grew up in and the experiences we've had. Some people are accustomed to saving, while others are used to spending or investing, and no matter how hard you try to convince them, they will continue with their habits. So, what has influenced your financial behavior? And how can you change it? Change begins step by step. Let's start with two important problems. The first problem is comparison. You look at others and compare your financial situation to theirs. You may earn the same income as your colleague, have the same obligations and expenses, but he is content and satisfied, and he don't comparing himself to others. On the other hand, you always aim for higher expectations and want more, which makes you feel like a failure, pushing you to work harder, even neglecting your health, family, and relationships. The second problem is financial literacy. You need a basic understanding of financial concepts to read and understand your financial situation, such as inflation, budgeting, and other financial terms. This knowledge helps you make better decisions during economic crises or prosperity. In your opinion, what is the most important thing you would have if you had money? Certainly not to buy everything you want. In a study by Dr. Inga, it was found that the most important feature of money is freedom, having control over your time without a boss or work to attend to. Imagine controlling your time according to your mood, deciding when and what to work on, and spending time with yourself, traveling, or being with your family or friends. This freedom, my friend, is one of the biggest indicators of happiness. And the shortest path to financial freedom is through investing. You don't have to invest millions in an area you're not interested in just because it has a high income. Invest according to your abilities and in a field you understand. The investment decision should come from your conviction and research. Despite investment being the most important path to financial freedom, it carries significant risks. Therefore, investment decisions are not guaranteed. It means that you can succeed if you make the right investment decision, with a success rate of up to 80%, because outcomes are influenced by factors beyond your control. Let me tell you a story to help you understand the magnitude of probabilities and the impact of fate. In 1968, at a time when computers were rare and new to everyone, there was one school in Seattle, USA, that had one computer for its students to learn from. Among all the students in America, Bill Gates and Paul Allen entered this school, where they developed a deep passion for computers and programming. They eventually founded Microsoft, a company that would change the world. However, what is not widely known is that there was a third person with them, Evans, who was equally talented. Unfortunately, he died before graduating while pursuing his hobby of mountain climbing. Have you seen the extent of probabilities? If one thing had changed in this story, how different would things be today? So, you must accept the possibility of failure. This doesn't mean you're lazy or haven't put in enough effort. As we mentioned earlier, there are many external factors that can alter your plans. However, the key is to keep trying as long as you can, because just one event can change your entire investment. For example, consider Disney's early days. Most of the films they produced initially failed. However, Walt Disney, the founder, didn't stop investing, even though he was spending a lot on film costs. After multiple failures and just months before announcing bankruptcy, one of their films achieved incredible success, earning Disney $8 million and saving the company from bankruptcy. If you closely examine many successful companies today like Amazon and Netflix, you'll find they reached their success because of decisions made during times of crisis and failure. This is how investment works: 50 important decisions, 10 of which are good, and of those 10, 1 or 2 can change your life. So, will we proceed like this without guarantees? You must account for failure and error and set a price for them. This means you should anticipate the worst-case scenarios, and try to cover them so that you don't give up in times of failure. Therefore, you must have a long-term plan. You'll learn what, in which field, you'll invest, and where you'll save. Remember, no matter how well-crafted your plan is, it won't always go as planned. Here, you must be flexible and open to changing your plan. You might learn something else, which is perfectly normal, or start a different project or job than the one you initially planned. Get used to adapting to changing circumstances. I'm not trying to be pessimistic by telling you that your plan won't go as you want it to, but this is the nature of life. The solution is that we should always anticipate shocks and surprises from the beginning, and our plans should be pessimistic, but that doesn't mean you should believe any bad plan. To overcome this, you must learn more about economics and how to control your financial behavior so you won't be deceived by rumors. Alright, let's say you've succeeded and reached your goal, becoming wealthy. How do you preserve your wealth? Firstly, you should minimize risk in your investment or purchase decisions. Be modest and safeguard your money by not spending it to show off. Secondly, keep your wealth in the form of assets, stocks, and properties that generate income to prevent its value from decreasing due to inflation. Thirdly, plan for all the crises that could potentially occur in a pessimistic manner, as we discussed. Lastly, be sure that if you encounter any crisis or problem, no matter how long it takes, it will eventually end, so you must endure until you find solutions. I hope that you have benefited from the book The Psychology of Money. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel for more explanations, and goodbye.